Hi there, this is Eric again. Today is June the 16th, 2023, and in this video, we will resolve together two exercises on the pre-colonial period in Brazil. This is a period when the Portuguese did not really find Brazil interesting enough for them to invest on it, for them to conquer it, and for them to exploit it, or at least for them to fully exploit it. Okay, so what they're going to do is they're going to keep some people here to protect the territory and to, if it is possible, for them to exploit some of the possibilities here, namely Brazil would. Okay, well, so in this first exercise, we have two texts that we must read to understand the question, okay? So I'm going to give you a couple of minutes for you to read this text, right? You're going to pause your video now. You're going to read it, and then you will return to the video with me, okay? So 1, 2, 3, go. Well, I hope you have read the text, right? The two texts, and now we're going to the question. The criticisms of these chroniclers to the process of the Portuguese colonization in America were related to the use of slave labor. No, guys. In this period, we don't have slavery going on in Brazil. What we have is an exchange of favors, an exchange of objects. The Portuguese will bring their mirrors and all those, all that stuff that they didn't really like, that they didn't really use for anything, but they were somehow important, or at least eccentric, to the indigenous peoples here. So they're going to exchange these objects for Brazil wood, actually, right? So no slave labor for now, okay? Implementation of urban centers. No way, guys. The Portuguese will need some long years, some centuries to decide to go inland. And from this process of going inland, they will then start building, the urban centers. So this is not going to happen in this moment, okay? Devastation of natural areas, no, that did not happen in this pre-colonial period. Occupation of indigenous lands, no, the Portuguese will remain only on the coast of Brazil. They're not going to go inland in this pre-colonial period. Expropriation of local wealth, yes. They're going to take much, or practically all, of the Brazil wood, that was very precious for them, right? So this is what is going to be criticized by the chroniclers. So let me activate my pen here. So this is alternative E, as in Eric. Right, okay, let's go to question 2. So this is a picture of Brazil wood, right? An old man once asked me, why do you, my ears and perils, which is translated into English as French and Portuguese, why do you come to fetch firewood from so far away to warm yourselves? Is there no wood in your land? I replied that we had much, but not of that quality, and that we did not burn it, as he supposed, but we extracted ink from it to dye items, as they did with their cotton cords and feathers. Okay, so the question is, this passage portrays a moment in the history of Brazil. Check the correct alternative. Okay, conquest and colonization in the Midwest. No, guys, the Midwest will only be explored or exploited, as you wish, by the time of the gold phase in Brazil. So that is not going to be happening in this pre-colonial period. Okay, conquest of the southern hinterland by the trailblazers. No, guys, the trailblazers did not explore the hinterland, the southern hinterland, in this period, okay? The trailblazers, they will be responsible for going inland. They are going to go, I would say, northward, not southward when they start searching for gold. That is, which is something that is going to happen more ahead in the history of Brazil, okay? Exploitation of the Brazilian coast before the effective colonization. Yes, that's the answer. Exploitation of the Brazilian coast before the effective colonization. So this passage portrays a moment in the history of Brazil when the Portuguese will be exploring the Brazilian coast, right? And here specifically in the text, you have the exploitation of Brazil wood. And as the settler says, they used the ink to dye items, right? And that's the correct answer here. Exploitation of the Brazilian coast. Colonization of the Northeast through sugar mills. No, that is going to happen after the Portuguese stop dedicating so much attention to the Indies, right? And then they're going to move to Brazil, to really focus on this new territory. And they're going to do it by building, the sugar mill structures and doing everything that they knew very well how to do in Africa, right? Exploration of gold and diamond mines in the 18th century. No. This is going to happen in the 18th century, but the moment here, the moment depicted by this text is not the mining period in Brazil. Okay, so I hope you have enjoyed these two exercises, and please continue with me. If you like this video, please don't forget to like it. This is going to help me a lot, right? And I will soon be inviting you to do other exercises with me. Okay, thank you so much, and see you soon.